Welcome back. It's Vijaya on Mirchi, New Jersey, in conversation with attorney David Knockman, the founder of NPZ Law Group, working with foreign businesses and individual clients to obtain visas, green cards, and work permits for the US and Canada. So welcome back, David. We were talking about the premium processing just a little while back. So you mentioned the request for evidence, RFE. What is that and how does that really work?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Vijay, and it's one that is truly frustrating to our clients because oftentimes when they submit an application or a petition to the government, their expectation is just to get an answer, either yes or no. But what the government has done, and it's funny because I'm an old guy, I've been doing this now for 30 years. And I remember back in the day, this was 30 years ago, I toured the Vermont Service Center and the immigration and nationality officers who were with us, who were guiding that tour, took us out to the loading dock. And on the loading dock was all this blue paper. And I said, what's that blue paper for? And they said, oh, that's a new initiative. Well, it turned out that blue paper was for the issuance of requests for evidence, which now doesn't come out on blue paper, by the way, comes out on white paper. But here's the thing, what an RFE is a way for the government to slow the process down. And so what they do is they issue a request for information, and oftentimes that information is the same information which you've given to submit and to support the case to start with. So what ends up happening is when you get an RFE, the client is tremendously frustrated by the fact that they get an RFE on something they've already submitted information on. And they say, what is it? You must have left something off, but that's not in fact the case. It's a government initiative to attempt to slow the process down. So when they, for example, when you premium process a case, they will immediately turn around. So there's some classifications where we premium process, they immediately turn around an RFE, and it takes so long for us to get the RFE together. So we have to adjust the expectations of our clients in advance to help them to understand that when an RFE is going to come, it may slow the process down. So when does an RFE come? Well, it's hard to tell exactly when it's going to come, but sometimes, with experience, we can figure that maybe in about 30% of the cases that we're going to get an RFE. So again, we try to explain to the client, get ready, it might come, and if it does come, be prepared to submit that additional information. So oftentimes, for example, when we're preparing a certain type of case, we have to do what are called peer reference letters. So ordinarily, they would have to submit, let's say, 10 peer reference letters. So what we'll do is we'll wait until we have, let's say, 6, submit the case with the expectation that we know that we need those additional 6 in the wings in the event that RFE comes. So that's part of the strategic planning that goes into it from a legal perspective. But that RFE is very frustrating both to our office and to the client because it is additional work.
So moral of the story is have no expectations.
Well, I don't know. The moral of the story is have correct expectations.
Correct. Okay, I stand corrected on that. Thank you, David. If you are at a crossroads stuck in the US and Canadian immigration law maze, well, worry no more. NPZ Law Group is at hand to help you navigate your way. And their eclectic staff speaks your language, whether that's Tamil, Hindi, Punjabi, Gujarati, or even Nepalese. So get the help you need today. Visit visaserve.com or just call them at 201-670-0006. More very relevant and key pointers on the immigration law with attorney David coming up in just a bit. You stay with us on Mirchi, it's hot.